Hello, and welcome back for another round of Tipsy Wednesday. I am your host, Björn, and with me, as always and usual, I have Thomas.
Hello.
And as usual, but not always, Junior.
Hello there.
Hello there.
The suspense. For those who don't watch us on YouTube, he was drinking when Björn did the introductions.
What, he was drinking, you drunkard?
Yeah, I'm drunk on water. Woo woo!
Do you drink
Drinking
water out
from-
of a coffee mug?
Yeah,
I
because
can't
I
do
had
that.
Rebellious.
no, because I had a cup of tea, yeah, and I didn't want to use another cup.
Okay. Saves
Understandable.
one glass
Dish.
in your dishwasher.
Yeah, I'm saving the environment.
One
What the
cup.
fuck are you
Yeah,
doing?
Okay. Well, we're trying to have a podcast.
That's what
So-
Are
we're
you
doing.
Is that saving the environment?
Yes,
Maybe.
it is.
How?
Maybe people will stay in their homes listening to this podcast instead of going out driving their cars. Or
Come on, how often do you listen to a podcast at home and how often do you listen to it in your car or at work or when you're out working out or...
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got me.
Gotcha!
Gotcha. Yeah, so obviously we're back in the game, all three of us, for this episode.
And this episode only.
What?
No, I was just kidding.
No. So, naturally, I just go around, ask how we've been doing, but Thomas and we haven't been doing anything in particular, anything of interest. But Junior, Mr. Kurt, you've been to the land of the free.
I've been to the land of freedom.
America, fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah!
And
Gonna save the motherfucking day, yay!
and there you saw a lot of things. Could you try to focus on a few of the interesting things you saw there? Because obviously you did a lot of stuff there.
I saw the Statue of Liberty, I saw the White House, I saw Capitol Hill, I saw State Church, I saw Grand Central, I
No.
saw Times New Square, I saw Central Park, I saw Grand Central Park, the World War II Memorial, and Empire State Building. I was atop on One World Trade Center, which is
Oh.
the second largest building in the world. Because Dubai got a bigger tower, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is the second largest building, tallest building in the world.
Hmm. So you did proper tourist things, to say.
Hell yeah.
Mm.
Was pretty tourist, warm as hell, did the touristy thing. We had a rental car. Guess what?
What?
What rental car we had?
What rental car?
Some
Did
American
you-
beast.
It was an American, and we were 6 people, so we needed a 8-seater, right?
One of those big Chevrolets, a Suburban or a Tahoe or
No,
something.
one of those soccer mom.
A Cadillac, one of those big Cadillacs.
You're never going to guess it because we don't have it in Norway. But at the site where you can choose a car, we picked a Suburban, right? So it's a Suburban class car or type of car, right?
Okay.
We got a Jeep. A
A
Jeep,
Jeep?
Wagoneer.
And it didn't break down?
No, it had a V8 with 400 horsepower.
America.
America!
I was
Speaking of...
I was more thinking along the lines of like Jeeps are the brand name is like notorious for breaking down, very unreliable in general. But nevertheless, rental car. I assume it was properly maintained and it was fairly new. Oh damn, that's an American flag right there.
America. Yeah, it
Fuck
was.
yeah.
It was
So yeah,
brand. It was new enough. A little fun fact. Now we're on the rental car. Did you know in America the rental company don't advertise their rental car like in Norway? We got like, this is a rental car. This is Hatch or Budget or any other, right?
like you
Mhm.
don't put adverts on the car itself that the rental company is renting out.
Yes. And
That's
do you know
what you're
why?
referring to because
Yeah.
that no, why?
Do you know the reason why? I was because if your car is a little beat down and run down, and you see a rental car, you just ram it, because the insurance company of the rental car will fix everything.
Oh, so they
Yeah.
have pretty good insurance policies for
Yes.
their and other cars on the road if they happen to be in an accident.
Yeah, because in America you can run into someone and they don't have any insurance, and then you're fucked, right? So
No,
if you
no,
know
no,
that's a rental
don't
car-
don't get fooled by the insurance, because there are a couple of clauses. I read in the newspaper someone renting a car and they had the full insurance package, and it didn't include some roof damage or whatnot, and they damaged the roof of the car and they had to pay it themselves.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
read
'cause
the
it-
fine print.
Yeah, because it almost the entire car except I think the bottom and the roof or something. So you need to actually read the fine print what it says, because
What
most
the fuck?
insurances won't cover absolutely everything. There are a couple of loopholes for the companies. Like when you rent a huge RV or something and you damage the roof, it most likely isn't included.
okay, but enough of that. But the car culture in America is quite different than in Norway.
Would you say
Uh,
you had a culture shock moment? Or
Yeah, because because if you like cars, you could just go on the highway and watch anything. The smallest car, like Mercedes, right? Because in Norway we got this E180, 200, 250, right? The start in America is 300 and above.
So the two, yeah, but that's a very American thing to just have bigger engines in all of their cars. They
Bigger
just
is
come
better.
with bigger
Yeah,
engines because they're like environment. Nah, we like bigger engines. That's
Yeah, but I know why, because driving on the highway without big engine is fucking scary as hell.
maybe so. It's not like you don't get up to speed with a smaller engine, anyways.
No,
Just
but
hit the
holy
throttle for a
shit.
bit longer. But oh well.
But holy shit, I don't know if you have any idea.
No,
The highway
obviously not.
is like, we are keeping like 80 miles per hour, and then a semi is driving past you. Do you know what? That's scary as hell. So if you're to make it into not freedom units, if you're going like
metric,
yeah, if you're going like, because 70 miles per hour is about 120 kilometers per hour, right?
Sounds
And
about
then
right.
and then a semi drives past you.
Yeah, and you get
Yeah.
the wind drag and everything.
Yeah. And that's quite normal, because they don't give two single fucks. They are driving here, this is their road, and a single lane road is very uncommon. We were always on 2 lanes or 3 lanes or even 6 lanes.
There were like motorways for most part of your trip.
Yeah. And then you really need power, because if you're going to pass by someone, then power is your friend. and they got really like they got so much cars that we don't get in Europe. Like they have the new Honda Accord and Honda Civics. They even have the Honda Accord with a V6. I'm super jealous.
Well, you can import cars though, but it will cost you.
Yeah, and maybe if it's 20 years young, there's super strict laws, so it's not easy. Well, do you have anything to say or
No.
ask?
No.
No,
I
we're
think you
just
covered the
listening
bases.
to your America experience.
Okay, I got the show and tell. Show and tell, boys.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Are you ready?
Yeah, sure. Hit us.
Oi, come on then. Show us something new.
Okay, little man. Tipsy Wednesday presents Show and Tell.
Timestamp.
Because I was in the Nintendo store.
Freedom.
Freedom Pikachu, motherfuckers! Yeah, that was all.
Did you pay much for that plushie?
$20.
That's not too bad. It's about the same in Norway, actually.
Yeah.
I know. 'Cause, out of the three of us, I actually have a comic book store.
Yeah, holy shit, you're talking about comic book store. Because I got a story. I needed to go to the bathroom, right? So fucking bad.
Mm.
And we were like at the metro, taking the train down to our place, right? And further beyond. But I couldn't. I had to get out of here and go to the bathroom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I said, I'm getting off this stop. I'm going to the bathroom. I will meet you downstairs or at home.
Mm.
If I don't call in 20 minutes or something, you don't hear from me, call the police. And then I went.
Okay.
And I just got off. And this fucking place was so sketchy. It was like in the middle of the night, right? And people were just running and I didn't feel safe at all. But then
You stepped off in the wrong neighborhood.
in the wrong neighborhood. And I tried to find a bathroom. It wasn't, it was like 8:30 p.m. or something like that. So all the restaurants were closed and fucking hell, it was really hard to find a bathroom. But I just went down the street and opened the door, and it was a comic book store. And it was open, and she lent me the bathroom. I was like, yes, boy. Saved by the weebs.
Saved by the nerds, the weebs. You gotta stick together. Even in the
So-
bad neighborhoods.
So shout out to any comics in Baltimore. It was
To
the name of the
any
store.
and all. Just
No,
remember
it was the name of the store, Any Comics.
Oh, okay.
That's fairly non-specific. What's the name of the comic book store? Any bookstore. Any store. Okay. Did you have to go number 1 or number 2?
Number 1. Yeah. I saw
Björn,
someone.
what the fuck?
Yeah. Why are you asking? But I'm not a degenerate because I saw someone. You can go between the carts in the railroad, right? Or in the
Mhm.
metro.
Mm-hmm.
Someone went between the carts and had a pee in between the carts. He was standing between the carts and peeing on the railroad.
And that's how you get pissy back alleys in big cities or metros and the like, yeah.
Yeah, and that's a really risky pee because you're bumping and driving. You can fall.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine falling to death because you had to pee.
Yeah, that's... I was about to say a shitty way to go, but a pissy,
A pissy way.
Pissy way to go.
Well, I do have some more things to talk about the American state, but I guess I shall allow you guys to.
Will we circle back to this at the end of the episode when you have done some other topics, or?
Is it relevant to the topics at hand, or?
No.
Okay. Well, go on ahead and tell us what's on your mind. Anything?
What?
If you have anything else, add it now. We won't circle back to it.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I didn't come prepared enough.
Oh, okay.
You've been there for 10 days and you're not prepared to talk about it.
Yeah, because this really fits about the Norway episode, but
Well, we can take it next week on the Norwegian episode. It's okay.
but okay, at the plane, right where they got the movies. They got really good movies. Holy shit, I watched Dunkirk. I was about to watch the new Spider-Man movie, but I figured it was best in my living room, right?
Yeah. If you haven't
I watched
seen
the
it, you watch it on your living room.
Yeah, I watched an episode of DuckTales.
The new or the old?
The old.
Good.
They had season 2. I watched some other show, but I watched a really interesting movie, which I figure Thomas would like.
Tell me more.
Batman Into the Doom. Or Doom Gotham or something like that. It's a comic book movie.
Yeah, I know I have it.
Have you ever seen it?
I have seen it.
What do you feel about it?
It's the one where he has the plan to how to kill anyone in the Justice League if they go rogue,
No.
isn't it?
No. It came out this year.
Now I have to Google it. Maybe I don't have it.
Yeah, you don't have it.
I thought I had it.
What was the name of this again?
The Doom that came to Gotham.
The Doom that came to Gotham.
Ah, no, I don't have that one. And I haven't seen it. I have been watching a lot of DC animated movies lately, but this is one that they don't have added or haven't added to HBO in Norway yet.
It did really bad on IMDb though.
Because I was thinking about Justice League Doom, because I have that one.
No, this is a matchup between H.P. Lovecraft and Batman.
Yeah, like, does it imply like ghosts or supernatural things or something like that?
Yeah, supernatural things beyond the spirits and such.
Yeah,
It was,
so it's somewhat of a continuation to the Justice League Dark movies, perhaps.
I don't know because the only reference he was Batman leaves Gotham for 20 years, going on a sail trip. Yeah. I don't think it has anything else to do
No,
because he had some orphans he had adopted along the way. You don't get any story of them. They are just orphans. He adopted them. They are working with him.
Let me guess, Robins.
No.
Oh,
He got his own harem of Robins.
No, because one of them was using a shotgun.
Oh, damn.
yeah, but so
Uh,
does Red Hood. He used guns and whatnot. Out of the original
Yeah.
Robins.
Okay, just to say, this movie is really dark.
Yeah,
So
the DC can do that when it comes to
Yeah.
their animated movies. You remember I showed you the one with the ultimate
yeah.
Batman and the guns and everything?
Yeah, but I'm really interested because Barbara, the Oracle,
Yeah, yeah.
she's in Arkham Asylum
I can see
For some
why.
reason. because she is talking to spirits and such.
Yeah, no, but you know, Barbara Gordon is the daughter of Commissioner Gordon, the police chief. She also is the one that becomes Batgirl. And you know, after Batgirl, she becomes Oracle, and that happens after the Joker shoots her, and she loses her legs, or how to use her legs, so she ends up in a wheelchair. And I think, at least in the animated movie that I've got that tells this story, I don't know if the Joker maybe rapes her or something as well, or it's implied or something.
Hmm.
I don't know. The DC animated movies can be really dark for some of the Batman movies. They're really good at it when it comes to the animated universe, but their live action movies kind of suck.
Because they have to like cater to a wider audience.
Yeah,
making
yeah,
them
yeah.
more.
And they do
Yeah,
them
yeah.
more kid friendly, basically. And
But
even the Justice League, they made it kind of dark, and then they reshot a lot of stuff to make it funnier because they saw Marvel and thought, we need to do this as well. We need some humor in it. And they reshot a lot, and then they used millions of dollars to CGI Henry Cavill's mustache away and whatnot.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, all that stuff. Right, so I don't know.
Yeah,
They should
but-
stick with the dark content that they actually are good at when it comes to their animated universe.
yeah, but why is Barbara in Asylum? Arkham
Yeah,
Asylum.
I figured it had something to do with the Joker.
Oh, okay. I don't know because
No, just thinking about other movies and how she's treated. I thought maybe it could have something to do with Joker. If it's not explained in the movie, then I
no,
would assume.
no, she's just in asylum.
Oh, okay.
She helps the Bat later in the movie, but he doesn't obviously want to visit her, but he has to. So
Yeah, well, I assume it will become available on HBO in Norway at some point, because the most recent movie was from last year, which they recently added. And I saw that yesterday. So so I do try to
Yeah.
keep up with their animated movies when they are available, and if not, I will borrow it online somewhere at some point.
borrow it.
Rent it.
Well, this kinda, I don't know if you're done with this segment, because this kind of segues nicely into our next topic. Speaking of animated things, Thomas?
Yes, I
what's
was
this?
watching the I can't recall the name of the anime. Netflix got an anime, as they do oftentimes. It's from the guy who did the Rave Master and Fairy Tail. He's currently doing a new manga. Also, they're making a new anime out of it, and Netflix got their hands on it, and they did the first 26 episodes, season 1. And I've been waiting ever since for season 2. Then I just now recently discovered that season 2 is available on Crunchyroll. Because they got the license for season 2. And season 1 is still on Netflix. So Crunchyroll had like season 1, the movie recap, so hour and a half with a recap of the first 26 episodes. And then they had season 2 for 23 episodes. And when I saw that first, I just thought that they had like added season 1 a year later or something, because that kind of made sense, because they only had one season, but it was season 2, and I didn't know that.
What?
And that annoys me. And the same thing happened with JoJo. Crunchyroll had the first 5 seasons, then Netflix came in and got season 6.
Yeah, that's like right out of Left Wing. It's
Imagine if that happened to a regular show, say Friends. Say Netflix got their hands on season 1 and 2, then Disney Plus got season 3 and 4, then HBO goes ahead and gets season 5 and 6, and Prime suddenly gets 7 and 8. And then the last seasons end up on Hulu or whatever. What's the fucking point? They're competitors. They're not meant to have basically to have their customers move around on their platforms to catch the next
Well,
season.
I think it's like the same mentality as when you're playing with a group of friends. The is it called Monopoly?
So that it's a game.
Yeah, it's a board game.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the Norwegian version of it, but you can like go around this board and like when you land on this fucking what's it called? This street, you can buy a
street plot.
Yeah, street plot. You can buy it, or you can buy a series of it. So the goal is to get a series of that plot to get more bonus if other players land on it. So if other players lands on one of the plots you already purchased, if you purchased the starting plot for the red streets, and one of your opposition buys the other red street that you need to finish your collection. Do you see what I'm just to sabotage for you? Just to,
Yeah,
like,
but usually late game you start trading streets, I think. Or
Yes.
you can do it. It's at least
Don't
a
you-
house rule.
Don't you think that's like the same things that we're seeing with the streaming services? They're just grabbing a hold of everything to just gain bargaining chips with
Perhaps
with the
because
other streaming sites.
Streaming services are losing money.
Yes.
And I can understand why, because there's so fucking many of them. And people can't,
Yes,
can't
and-
afford to
and-
have all of them, right? So you need to choose.
And like you said, the example of like just this Netflix having season 1 of this anime. What was it called again?
I didn't remember.
Eden Zero.
Well, they Netflix
Eden
has
Zero, yes,
season
that's right.
Yeah, Eden Zero, season 1, and Crunchyroll has the second season.
Yeah.
It's like you as a customer is like frustrated with both of them, ultimately. Well, I'd say mostly Netflix, because you would assume they got the rights for the first season. You started watching it there. You should be able to continue watching it on that site.
Yeah, I assume when they
But-
get the license for it, they get the license for the show, not the fucking season.
Well, that's obviously
Also,
not how
someone
it
should have
works.
told me that they didn't have season 2. They should have gone out and said, sorry, we didn't get season 2. But they don't.
Mm.
They just
But
have
are
season
you
1.
supposed to? Maybe I'll go back on my words then. Are you supposed to be mad at Netflix for not having season 2, or are you supposed to be mad at Crunchyroll for stealing season 2 from Netflix? Who are you most frustrated with?
I don't know, because I don't know what happened backstage. I don't know if Netflix bid on season 2 at all. Maybe they
Mm.
didn't. Maybe they figured, season 1 did so we won't try to get season 2. I don't know.
So it's a case of you don't know enough information.
No,
to
I
make.
don't know what happened to make Crunchyroll end up with season 2. But it's annoying because Crunchyroll didn't make it clear, at least to me, that, hey, we have season 2 of this show.
Right.
And Netflix didn't say, hey, we didn't get season 2 of this show. So I've just been waiting. So regularly when I'm using Netflix, I just click on the show to see if there's any new episodes or a new season. But no.
You don't. You would assume that would be enough, but apparently you'll have to go to our friend Google to search up the next season.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
the
basically.
estimated, or even if it's released on some other platform.
Yeah.
Apparently. So, well, there you go.
At very least, check my anime list or something to see how many seasons or episodes are out there, so you can start googling who has what.
Make it. You have to educate yourself. You can't
Yeah,
just
yeah,
start
but
watching.
But I don't want watching anime to become a hustle. It's not supposed to be a job for me. It's supposed
Like
to be a
watching,
click away.
Like watching the new Marvel shows. It's a job.
Yeah, but I'm all caught up on them, so I just follow them as they get released now. I can understand if you haven't started watching the MCU yet, that it's massive and hard to complete. But I kind of watched them as they got out, because I even bought the very first Iron Man movie on DVD back in the day, and I've kind of been caught up ever since. So for me, that
That's
hasn't
quite-
been a problem, but I can understand.
For me, the well-educated one.
But I can understand how it is a problem. But all of it is at the very least collected on Disney Plus. And
On the
they,
same
the-
site.
and they have very neatly wrapped it up in phase 1, phase 2, and you just start at the start of phase 1 and just work your way through the different phases.
Mm.
So yeah, I even think you will find one which is chronological or something, which add all the movies in the order they released, or the order they're happening in. So yeah, so Disney have that covered if you're unsure, but at least it's all in one streaming service, except for Spider-Man, because Disney really don't own Spider-Man.
They only rent him.
Yeah, they rent him because Sony
From
owns Spider-Man.
Sony? Yeah. That's
Or-
kind of a special case, but
Yeah, at least the movies, yes, but the comics themselves, I think, are written still by Marvel, which is owned by Disney. So things are weird with how things are.
Have you seen that
Um,
Disney is hemorrhaging money?
They're bleeding a fuckload.
Cash.
Yeah, but every streaming service is not only Disney. All of them are.
I don't think that.
Netflix is. That's why they did the don't share your account, yada yada stuff.
Yeah, and they gained massive profits from it.
Yes, perhaps I haven't checked the numbers as of late, because my workaround for that was you can use your account on the Android device wherever you are on your phone or whatnot, and it will not count as watching on vacation or as a new user. And as I have too many of my Xiaomi TV sticks, which is an Android device, I have the same account on all of them, logged in all the time, wherever I am, and it doesn't batter an eye. So it's very,
Neat.
very neat, like that.
Well, shall we? What's this with Joe Pesci,
You know
Well,
Joe
what's-
Pesci, the actor.
the actor?
It's mostly known from the Home Alone #1 and 2, the bad guy,
The villain, the short one.
the short one. Yeah, yeah. I was told that sometimes on this podcast, when we talk about stuff, Junior will say, yeah. Have you heard that?
Yay.
Perhaps.
When we make a point and Junior don't want us to continue making the point, he will say yeah to stop us from talking.
Okay.
But apparently, when he does that, he sounds like Joe Pesci from Home Alone.
I know.
Okay.
I've never thought of that, but maybe.
Me neither, but the listener made me aware of it, or at least told me they thought so.
Oh,
So now it can never be unaware.
it can't be unheard.
I don't know. The next time you say yeah, I will try to listen for it.
Mm.
Maybe I'll do a mashup with you and Joe Pesci to see.
Yeah, like a comparison. Have the
Yeah.
original versus our version. It's our version.
Yeah, because it's Joe Pesci over there.
the villain.
He was known as the villain for a long time.
He was. What
Well,
happened to that? Now he's just the passive villain. We just.
Yeah, he got a girlfriend and he stopped being so negative.
Mm.
Oh,
think
I
that's
thought you
what
were
was it.
talking. I thought you were talking about Joe Pesci
Mm,
because
no.
he was a villain. What happened to him?
We were talking about our Joe Pesci.
You.
I'm just a discount Joe Pesci.
Discount.
The knockoff.
Well, you were to New York, weren't you?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
He
did you go
was
to
in
Rock-
Home Alone 2.
In New York, at Rockefeller,
New York.
and wherever he was.
So yeah,
is he?
I think it was in New York. Yeah.
The second one is Home Alone in New York or something. where
Yeah,
he
yeah.
lives in the hotel and
And
and whatnot.
visits the abandoned building and sets up his
not the
traps
building.
there.
It's his uncle renovating, but they were in
Yeah, yeah.
France or something at that time.
Mm. Right. It's been a while since I saw those movies. It's like Christmas movies here.
Yeah, so it's all here. It's there as well. It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It's a lovely Christmas movie.
Christmas movies, like Die Hard.
Yeah, I saw a
Christmas
meme of that. If Home Alone was made today and not in the early 90s. Because today, the meme was like, first you see the original, right? Everything goes to shit and he is left alone. And now he would just take up his smartphone and call his mom and says, "Where are you guys?" Because everyone has their phones now.
Yeah.
So you can just call them and ask, "Where are you?" I'm still home. And they got back and got him and then went on vacation.
Very uninteresting movie that would be.
That is true though. And I think that is why they made it different with the third movie, which is about a different kid. But I think technology had come too far. So they made that kid just be home alone in daytime when his parents were at work. Because he was homesick.
Mm.
And then you get the villains trying to sneak into his house and steal a microchip of some sort.
I didn't pay
What?
much attention to anything other than the first and the second movie. So
No, those are the good ones. But
Yeah,
the
yeah.
third one is okay if you compare it to the later ones.
yeah,
Well-
I never. Well,
Well.
did you
speaking
wanna
Oh,
bring
no.
up something or?
No.
Well,
I didn't.
speaking of memes, meme-worthy, the iPhone 15 has just been announced. Did you pay any attention, or has it been on your radar? Has anything popped up in your YouTube feeds?
Yeah, I saw. What was it? iPhone 14 plus USB-C equals iPhone 15.
iPhone 15, yes. That's pretty much the gist of it. And Apple is like, it's been in the works for a long time, and we mentioned it here, and everyone else mentioned it earlier when the EU pretty much required all phone makers from 2024 to have their phones use USB-C for their charge ports to reduce electronic waste. To have one single standard for all phones, and the one phone maker that didn't follow this standard for many years now has been Apple. But now they're kind of forced to. Well, they're literally forced to, and they're announcing their new iPhone 15 with USB-C as if it's innovative, as if it's following the development, being like futuristic. But no, they're just
It's the future!
implementing it
USB-C.
because they're forced to. But one of their talking points was like, our new USB-C connector, you can use it to charge.
I saw
You
that.
can use it
I was like, what
to
the fuck?
send over
What?
data, audio, and video.
Yeah, but can't you
Wow!
can't you
It's
do
like-
that? Can't you send data with the lightning cable?
I suppose
Yeah,
you
you
could.
can.
But you said,
it
Björn,
pretty much
you
just
said
did the same.
sometime we talked about this when EU announced this the first time around, and you
Yes.
said, but Apple will make this a way to make it sound like it was their ID.
Yes,
Well, this is kind of it. I
Yep,
think
very much so.
presenting
Yeah,
it
they're-
like it's never existed before.
It's like innovative, and it's changing, being like following the times. But I had another theory as well. I had a theory that Apple would be so stubborn as to not include any charge port at all, that they would go completely wireless charging.
No.
That was
But-
one of my theories if they didn't go USB-C.
Yeah, but I saw that they might have some extra built-in thing that if you use not the Apple USB-C stuff that you buy premium off of them, It will charge slower, and you can't do all the features you can if you buy the Apple Premium USB-C charger.
A theory, mind you, tinfoil hat, guys, tinfoil hat on, yes. A theory from someone regarding all of this was that Apple would implement their own Apple certified USB-C cable, which would literally be a USB-C cable with an electronic chip in it that would communicate with the phone to like, hey, this is Apple certified. We will enable all of the power, all of the lightning, no, sorry,
All
not
the
lightning
features
speed.
or whatnot.
All the features, the full charging speed, and we won't limit anything. And if you buy a third-party USB-C charging cable, which didn't have this chip in it, the phone would limit its charge speed because it wasn't Apple certified. Speculations still, but that would be like anti-consumer, and that would go totally against what the EU wants. Because the EU,
But they do have the
point of
they have the USB-C.
they have the USB-C, and the reason for the EU putting this law down was to reduce e-waste, because all of the different types of charging cables, and they're like the lightning cables, as we know, is prone to break because they're literally made to break, so that you're kind of forced to buy a new lightning cable, a new Apple cable, to just fork them over just a little bit more money over the course of your phone's lifespan. But if you have
if they
one
do
common,
the certified USB-C, they'll probably make them so they'll break at some point, and you still have to buy a new certified.
yeah, I would assume so. If you bought a USB-C cable that was Apple branded and Apple made by Apple, I would say, I would assume it would be made with a mechanical weakness, so that it would be prone to break after a period of time.
Okay, I just watched
Just
the ads.
tinfoil hat theory is here, but okay. With Junior, what's
Holy shit, it was a good ad though, but it was like USB-C, and now you got the power to record with the external camera and fast transfer to your PC, so you can edit fast. I was like, oh, welcome to the club.
It's not like USB-C have existed since 2014,
11.
16, 11. USB-C, no, that's newer.
okay, yeah, maybe.
I think that is
maybe.
14 or 16, one of those.
Many years at least.
Many years, yeah.
by today's standards, it's yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun watch, like iPhone hyping up the USB-C. Like, we didn't have to do this, guys. We did it for you,
Yeah.
our customers. Now you can connect all other cameras to your phone, which we don't like, but you can do it. And I guess
I don't know what the prices of the previous iPhones were. iPhone 13, 14, 14 Pro, 14 Max. I don't know. But I got this ad from my local electronics shop announcing that you can pre-order your new iPhone here, and just scrolling down, watching the prices on the different models. The base model, well, it's not correct to like directly translate euros. No, but anyhow, the base model would cost around 1,100 euros in Norway.
Sounds
And
about right.
the top model, the iPhone 15, I don't know if it's Max or Pro.
Max or Pro.
Anyway.
Well, let me guess, 15 or 16,000. Or
16,000
Or,
Norwegian
yeah,
kroners,
Norwegian, yeah.
or like $1,600 euros. That's like, holy shit! When did phones get this expensive? Well, ever since the flagship makers decided that they wanted to sell expensive phones.
yeah, Samsung does the same pricing.
Yeah. It's like those two leading the price gouging. It's yeah.
Yeah, it's super expensive for phones these days. That's nothing to hide.
Nothing to hide, and it's not likely to get more to get cheaper for any reason.
Maybe because people aren't able
If
to afford.
people don't can't afford them because everything is getting more expensive these days. So at some
Yeah.
point they have to turn around.
It's funny how some people would consider a $1,600 phone or €1,600 phone like a necessity because you want the upgrade, but you buy a fridge for $300 and it's like, oh damn, I had to buy a new fridge because mine's only been running for 10 years and now it failed. Ugh. It literally keeps your food. It literally keeps your food. It literally keeps you alive.
My
Yeah,
fucking
but
fridge!
it's not as exciting as a new phone with new
No.
features and a new charging cable. So cool.
Yeah. Well,
A new old
some
charging cable.
new old charging cable. Well, and a slightly better camera.
Yes.
Yes.
It is
And
mostly
more
the
power.
cameras. They are like that's the selling point these days. I think
Yeah,
camera,
just
battery,
slightly
charging
better.
speed. That's like
It's like what's to did phone technology halt? The what's to innovate on? It has to be something completely different to be able to like, this is the new thing. When we went from physical buttons on our phones to just touchscreen. When it's been so long since that revolution that it's hard to see when the next type of evolution on that
yeah,
level will be,
What
or
have
what
they done
will it be.
the latest years? It's like just upgrading battery capacity, charging speed. The screen though went from 60 hertz to 120.
Higher refresh rates, better quality screens, but nothing of like completely
No,
innovating
more
or changing.
powerful phones for phone gaming.
Yeah.
More RAM, more processing power, stuff like
Well,
that.
mind you, Samsung has the flip touchscreen phones.
Yeah, Huawei
Is
has
that
some as well.
completely innovative? It's fairly different.
It's somewhat different, yes.
A gimmick.
Yeah, I still don't believe in that technology just yet. Like I had the old flip phone, when you had even the buttons and you flipped up and you got the screen on one half and you had the buttons on the other half.
The
that
old
kind,
flip phone.
that kind of worked, like the Duro phones these days. And I really loved
The
having
ones they
my
use in the Matrix, to like flip up.
yeah. I really liked my old Samsung flip phone. I had the phone I had before I bought my first Samsung smartphone. Every time someone called, I just flipped it open and answered.
You can't do that with a
Cool
new phone.
factor.
Yeah, the cool factor was there. Then with the new flip phones, I would be afraid of breaking the screen and flipping it open and just take it out of the pocket and answer.
Like breaks in half.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, the iPhone 15,
So
guys.
yeah, not a lot of innovating stuff on the newest phones.
Yeah, not impressed.
It's mostly the cameras, perhaps tweaking a bit on them, like the new Samsung 23 Ultra has a 200 megapixel camera. That's fairly good. iPhone is still stuck on 48 megapixels. And
stuck on just
that's
48
stuck on just,
megapixels.
but that's what
Yeah.
they're still giving out phones with that.
Yeah, but
My
the
OnePlus
meg-
11 has 50 megapixel camera.
Yeah, but I read it's not the megapixels that counts anymore because it's software. All
Yeah,
camera.
it's
Yeah, it's software as
picture
well.
enhancement and like software, like you said.
Yeah, so the rumor is that the Google Pixel actually has the best camera.
I've heard that as well.
I've heard
And
a
that's-
really good thing of the Google Pixel phones, and they're kind of cheap compared to the mainstream or the flagship phones as well.
I hear major selling points here. I hear major selling points.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
Cheap.
a colleague
Yeah.
of mine bought one and he was super fond of it.
Yeah, I guess, but I really want a chunky phone with a big battery. That's all I want. Give me battery life.
Yeah, the
bitches.
bigger the phone, the bigger the battery, the bigger the screen, the more
I-
it
I wa-
consumes.
I want a phone that can last like a week.
Then you need to go backwards in time. You need to buy the old
Mm.
Nokia
Yeah, and
3310 or whatever the name was. They lasted for weeks, but the only thing you could do with them was play Snake
Ab-
and call people and text them with 160 characters.
Am I wrong reading this? I just googled Google
Boys.
Pixel. Google
now
Pixel
we
7.
are on overtime.
Whoa, fuck, we are. I just wanted to point out the Google Pixel 7 base model is 690 euros.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you
but
get a
then
90
literally
hertz
half.
90 hertz screen, and I think it's a bit smaller than the big flagship phones as well.
You got the big...
For pretty much just half the price.
Yeah,
But is
Yeah,
it
but-
half as good?
No, it's more than that. It's quite
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, but
It's
the
like
Google
90%
you can
there.
hold on. You can buy the Google big phone because
The
they got
Google
a
big
flagship.
phone.
Yeah, they got a bigger phone. They got a Pixel Plus or something.
Aha.
Yeah. So
Yeah, but even
And
the base model is quite good.
and there's a new phone coming just around the window.
Just around the
Mhm.
window.
Just around the corner.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But now we are done.
Yes, we are on overtime, and I would like to thank our listeners for sticking with us for another episode of Tipsy Wednesday. Hooray for you! Follow us in the link in the description, which will lead you to all of our other links to our social medias.
And support
feel
link.
free
Support link.
and support link. Feel free to ask us questions, give us praise, give us anything.
Give us hate.
Give us hate, even. Yeah. Feel free to spout your hate on us.
Send us your
We'll-
problems. We'll solve them for you.
Yes.
We'll
from
tell
our
you how
free-
to solve your problems in life. We got solutions. Or we'll come up with solutions on the fly. Just like that.
Yes.
That's what we do here.
Yes.
Yes. And with that, that's a wrap. So thank you guys and adios.
Goodbye.
Good night.